Now you shred.
Earth Caucus, States Congress itself.
Now you shred.
As the labor of a few can change the views of millions. See deception undone, the sun's crepuscular brilliance. The killing everywhere clouds my sunny disposition. If we don't change ourselves, we're never gonna change the system. A vision of compassion seen in my homie Eric's work showed me every single life in this world has worth and deserves to be respected unless it tries to deprive the life or the rights of others like you and I. Try to break the mold they sold you into in your youth and see not a single curve of proof, emotion to boot. Truth doesn't change, though the lies so often do. Facts speak for themselves. The second we're gonna take this world back, because despite all the lies, we can see the earth's flat. Smoking New Bay, burning through another globe. Reawaken God consciousness, they wanna leave broke. We are all part of creation, that's a self-apparent fact. Even if they finally shut us down, the world is still flat. They can lock me up in chains, they can leave my work in flames, but the truth will never change. They can block a million videos, they can make up the stat.
Plane with the sun, moon, and stars revolving over and around us, just as you experience every day. You are not living on a tilting, wobbling, spinning sphere pair with bendy oceans and upside-down people in Australia. You cannot dig a hole to China and find more sky below you. Water cannot curve around and cling to a ball, no matter how many times you say gravity grabs it. You know, gravity. It just grabs everything and sticks it to the globe.
It's Smoking New Bay, burning through another globe. Reawaken God consciousness, they wanna leave broke. We are all part of creation, that's a self-apparent fact. Even if they finally shut us down, the world is still flat. They can lock me up in chains, they can leave my work in flames, but the truth will never change. They can block a million videos, they can make up the stats. They can purge the whole internet, the earth is still flat. It's Smoking New Bay, burning through another globe. Reawaken God consciousness, they wanna leave broke. We are all part of creation, that's a self-apparent fact. Even if they finally shut us down, the world is still flat.
Knowledge
Can be very badly
that
hurt,
searcher
injured,
of
or die from
cosmic truths
from
has
this.
arrived at. And in there is their enthusiasm, their excitement. You end up liking their subject even if you didn't care about their subject because they brought enthusiasm to it. Curmudgeon or anything, or just tall. I got one, you ready? Now, you know, what? We're a family. Knowledge that searchers of cosmic truths have arrived at. And in there is their enthusiasm, their excitement, or just tall. I got one, you ready? Now, you know, I don't curmudgeon or anything. You don't see the curvature of the earth. You just don't. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. So we could draw it that far back and say we are family.
These Japanese pictures, I've seen them. Put them up.
They don't
They're
have
terrible.
that kind of
Show me a
space
real
satellite.
picture. Show me a real picture.
Listen, NASA
Find
does
it.
not have one of those satellites.
Fake?
Why do you think that's fake? To make it look like this, which is what looks real.
If that's real to you, man. They faked six moon
Eddie,
landings.
stop saying that.
Have you ever looked away?
Listen to some tunes?
Space is fake AF. Space is fake AF.
There's more than stars. You can see planets. You can see moons. You see the jet of the desert.
It don't matter, since there's not the limit. If I to the moon, it'll never sunk in. But we haven't been back since 1972. Destroyed all the papers and blew up the Challenger crew. Except for the twinsies. Space is fake AF. Space is fake AF.
Look out into deep space away from the sun. It's the darkest line you can imagine.
Hey space boy, you broke my rocket heart. Where are the stars? Is it bright or is it dark? The vacuum of space or the tomfoolery?
What happens if you get a leak on that? Yeah,
Stuff, the earth, together. Essentially, how much stuff is in the earth? It's pulling it down, pulling it together. Essentially, the bigger you build the thing, the more the force is. Together. Essentially, like some sort of misshape, potato shape. So together. Essentially, aim in every direction.
Hello, YouTube. For more of the same, just click here and don't forget.
Televisions by the people. You don't fool us, we think you're evil.
So when I say time is speeding up, what I mean really is that more and more is happening. More and more is happening. More connectivity occurs now in a calendar year than occurred in a million years, billion years ago.
Some new pitching equipment. Yes, my world map is so old it still shows the Earth is flat.
लैंडर की वेगबान को कम किया जा रहा है और हम अब लगभग 50 मीटर से भी कम आ चुके हैं।
Some new teaching equipment. Yes, my world map is so old it still shows the Earth is flat. But nobody believes that. Our current event books say that McKinley is still president. And lots of people believe that. You mean here, sir? But now we can afford better teaching tools. Gentlemen, you must be mad. No new equipment? Of course, new athletic equipment. We can't afford to offend most.
This test campaign has spanned over 3.5 years.
First, 50,000 U.S. high school students and their professional mentors.
For their participation.
It pushes to a whole new level. It's going to make us think outside the box more.
I think it's amazing. I think every year it gets harder and it challenges the students more and more.
About learning to work with others in a team environment in the spirit of cooperation.
They're all expected to work together and help each other find.
And not really getting mad at each other for anything.
It's high energy here in Cleveland, Ohio. Over 100 high school students received their assignment, robot, in only 6 weeks, March 22nd through 24th at the Wolstein Center in Cleveland, Ohio.
Really the whole purpose is to get kids and high and other ages involved and inspired to do science.
Be a rocket scientist or something like that. If you like working hard and trying new things.
Don't be intimidated.
12 high school student teams from Alabama and Tennessee received materials for building their robots, a control system, a small personal computer, and a mix of automation components. But no instructions. Within 6 weeks. Within 6 weeks. Place in March.
To one of the very best places to work.
Representatives of the Partnership for Public Service, Jemison, had a Hollywood delegation on a visit to the Johnson Space Center. Actors Terrence Howard, Nate Parker, and David Oyelowo were accompanied by director Anthony Hemingway. 6 years ago, on January 15, 2006, its 2.9 billion-mile round-trip journey
Kickoff at Calhoun Community College in Decatur, Alabama.
Give me an E! E and W! What have we got?
Science is such an abstract study. Naming something makes it real.
Various water landing scenarios.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth.
I've spoken with enough people over the past while to realize that people are sort of, seems horrible to say, but kind of used to astronauts. We're used to people going up to space to the ISS, whether it's billionaires, whether it's people traveling around the world. Lots of people have done that. But every time you see a picture from those people, those astronauts in space, you see part of the curve of the Earth. Because for close to 50 years, everyone who's gone into space has just stuck to the orbit around the Earth. In the entire history of humanity, only 24 people have actually seen the full circle of the Earth. because you have to get at least most of the way to the moon before you can see that. 24 people have ever seen with their own eyes the circle of the Earth, and now a Canadian is going to be part of the very next people to see that. It's a great day for Canada. It's a great day for us all.
Everything is right. I mean, at amazing speeds.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly.
I have to introduce the concept of free fall. So let's use this model of the Earth. And let's enlist the help of a friend, Patsy. You might know her.
You don't think so? And they, Twitter users, did come for Curry.
Does this ring mean anything to you?
Freemason?
So powerful, such a smooth launch, and then arrival on board the International Space Station and adapting to this weightless environment and being able to go to the cupola. And practice makes perfect. Give me another week.
Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
All right. I think I'll have some water in this painting today. I love water. It's easy to paint. And we'll use that same old phthalo blue. Just add a little more onto the brush. Now, still water is always level. And I think today, let's have still water.
Everything is right. I mean, at amazing speeds. Everything is right. I mean, at amazing speed.
Like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot.
Everything is right. I mean, at amazing speed.
Travel the world and the seven seas. Sweet dreams are made of these.
It takes 14 minutes or so for the signal from the spacecraft to make it to Earth. That's how far Mars is away from us.
I felt like an adventure movie, but in reality I kept telling myself this is real. About an hour and a half ago, I went outside and looked toward the west, and I saw Mars.
Really, I have nothing more to say. That picture says it all for me.
The money, $2.5 billion. We don't put it in the rover and send it to Mars. We spend it here on Earth.
And I think that this nation is a truly great representation of a corner or a piece of humanity that reaches out and explores and conquers and engineers. We are kind of tool makers, agriculturalists. There is a new picture of a new place on Mars. I am terribly humbled by this experience.
You divide it by every woman, child, man in this country, comes out to be the cost of the movie. I know, I speak on behalf of all my colleagues in science, that's a movie I want to see.
largely by my good friend Miguel San Martin, who's somewhere out there, I hope. I, forever, secretly, have felt that I do not deserve to be in the position of leading the team.
Adam, tell us about the landing.
All right, Greg. I can't tell you too much about it. I mean, it looks good.
I have to ask you, what kind of file type? Can you tell us about the image file type and compression that was used to send this very important couple of thumbnails back from Mars?
Yes, unfortunately, I absolutely cannot. If Justin Mackey is in the room, or there's a couple other people on the team who'd be able to whip that out quickly, but I couldn't tell you. Sorry. The question is with the other countries?
Yes.
Yes.
What did you learn with the others?
Right, I'll let Richard answer that one.
Mountain, that, I mean, you're really very close to the mountain at the closer end in the landing ellipse, and possibly within striking distance of the phyllosilicate trench.
I can't confirm that. My estimate, I'm looking for somebody, yes, there's somebody in the audience here who has that in the tip of their noggin.
Was when Adam asked for OD 278 and they said, no, we only have 277. What was happening, or was it anything of significance?
No.
We interrupt the Wednesday afternoon showing of Doughboys in Action with a special news bulletin.
I don't have to tell you things are flat. Everybody knows the Earth is flat. It's a conspiracy. Scientists are lying to us, and the government is in on it too. They want us to believe that the Earth is round, but we know the truth. We can't trust what we see with our own eyes because it's all a trick of perspective. And we sit watching YouTube while some debunker tells us that the Earth is actually a sphere, but we won't stand for it. We all know things are flat, flatter than flat, as flat as a pancake. Water always finds its level. It's like slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please at least leave us alone with our flat Earth theories. Let us have our tinfoil hats and our YouTube channels, and we won't say anything, just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to listen to those mainstream scientists. I don't want you to believe in NASA. I don't want you to trust the government because they're lying to you about the shape of the Earth. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a flat earther. Truth has value. So I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad because the Earth is flat, and I'm not going to take this ball Earth propaganda anymore.
We interrupt the Wednesday afternoon showing of Doughboys in Action with a special news bulletin.
I don't have to tell you things are flat.
This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck, Jim.
Bean sprouts? Here's another typical situation.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Earth is flat. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Sorry, Neil. Try me. See if I think I have no opinion on your bullshit sci-fi fantasies.
Are chlorine, chloramine, and chlorine dioxide. Another common additive is fluoride, originally added in public supplies in order to reduce tooth decay. In 1999, the CDC listed water fluoridation as one of the top 10 greatest public health achievements of the 20th century. Listed water fluoridation as one of the top 10 greatest public health achievements of the 20th century.
You get more preforms sent in than you would get bottles sent on the truck.
The bottled water industry primarily uses PET plastic for making
over to the facility, and that's where it gets blown right away.
It goes into the mold, and that's when it gets stretched out, and then it blows it up.
Because they're not deemed harmful, they're not removed. So you can get that taste of the minerals or that salty taste that you may not necessarily prefer.
1,000 residents were left without tap water after 10,000 gallons of an unregulated toxic chemical overwhelmed the local water treatment plant.
2 years in prison, chained up like an animal. No prison can hold me. They built one especially for us on the moon. No human has been to the moon, so they cannot have built it there already.
Hang the drink the astronauts took to the moon.
Astronauts to the moon.
We now know that these mosquitoes can get Zika virus very easily from biting somebody, and the world is flat, right? Zika will be the first of many viruses over the years because the world is flat. And the world is flat, right? And the world is flat, right?
For starters, I don't believe space exists. You're not gonna attach a camcorder to a Roomba, stick it in the desert, and tell me it's Mars. I could care less.
Idea I got from a Stephen King book. I'm going to cover this town with a dome.
It's been done. Really? Did you know about this?
Fly those?
Absolutely. Do you get to fly to the edge?
Oh, yeah.
What's past there?
Don't know. We're not allowed to fly past that.
Who are you?
The giver. When the elders need guidance, I provide wisdom using memories of the past. Our world was different. There was more.
More?
Much more. There is no way for me to prepare you for the truth.
Skylar,
I was medicated. I mean, I could have said the world was flat.
You know what I think? I think you accidentally told the truth.
Above it all, and that's that. Unless the world is flat, unless the world is flat, unless the world is flat. I wanna get it.
Insane people for insane objects, objectives.
The fact that the planet is in the control of mad people.
The Earth was flat.
It was a surprise.
Big surprise, yeah. It's cold out here.
Yeah, it is. It's like the South Pole.
It's like the deep South Pole, if there was one. There isn't, though.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Really, we need to let them out of there. I mean, they need to know the world is bigger than that.
Yeah.
Look, I can explain.
I know the truth.
Where are you?
You could call it the end of the world.
And they've stolen all your instincts to be wild. Maybe you swallowed all their lies, 'cause you opened up your ears and closed your eyes.
What would any of you be willing to do? Would you brave the weird and haunted shores at world's end?
Stand on top of the wall and piss off the edge of the world.
So we go on with our lives. We know the truth, but prefer lies. I'm on a plane. Beyond the ends of the earth that surround us, drifting closer, climb over walls that surround us. Never knew what we'd find hidden behind. She said that the earth was round. He said it was flat ground. So now she's gone.
Mickey Mouse. It is a photo of Mercury.
The Oscar winners give a press conference and how to buy a sailboat as...
There's a man on the moon, a mouse on Mercury, and an elephant on Mars. An elephant shape formed by lava flowing on the red planet. And check out Big Bird, formed by the dark spots in the sun's corona. NASA even put out a helpful side-by-side image.
If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow.
But it looks like Mickey Mouse, see, with the ears.
The planet closest to the sun.
It's a cookbook.
I see Mickey Mouse.
A Mickey Mouse with the ears. It's a cookbook.
Looks like Mickey Mouse.
She's gonna buy me a diamond ring.
So if you see Mickey on Mercury, join the club.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
The Oscar winners give a press conference and how to buy a sailboat as...
Whoa.
That's awesome.
further to go.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Is the world flat?
I mean, I could have said the world was flat.
The world is round. They'll take him for a lunatic.
Yes, a mutiny. The captain thinks the world is around, see? But we all know it's a flat, right?
Of course it's flat. We were always told that the world is flat.
You were told right. Don't listen to her.
The world is flat, right? The world, because the world is flat. You know, yesterday they discovered...
Or the world flat after all.
The world, she's flat.
Is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
The Earth is flat and NASA never went to the moon.
And the ball shatters the sky.
Are you going to the moon?
It's just boring space stuff for babies, Daddy. It's not real.
The Earth was flat, and that the sun revolved around it.
Well, there's nothing to it.
The Earth is flat? Like a pancake?
Someone else says it's flat.
Flat Earth at this flat, beautiful land. Flat Earth.
The flat Earth on a clock.
Sure, I know the world is flat.
Well, so do I. Everybody knows that.
The Earth is flat.
The world is flat.
Flat Earth.
On a vast plain. Flatland.
Flat! My ruler! Flat! This paper! Flat! Where live! Flat!
What you find is that they create a universe that is perfectly flat. Flat. Now, it's flat. The Earth is flat.
If you want to get into it, the Earth isn't quite a sphere. It's a little bleh. Its spin is a little bleh, stretched it, made it slightly oblate.
So it's not actually a sphere. So it's not actually a sphere. So it's not actually a sphere. So it's not actually a sphere.
Absolutely flat. And that we live, appropriately enough, in a flatland. A land designed and named by Edwin Abbott, a Shakespearean scholar who lived in Victorian England. Everybody in flatland is, of course, exceptionally flat. We have squares, circles, triangles, and we all scurry about, and we can go into our houses and do our flat business.
Flatline, flatline.
For example, it's flat.
The moon landing, whose 40th anniversary we are all celebrating this weekend, was actually fake.
What if gravity isn't real? What if the Earth is in fact flat and science has been wrong all along? Not only that the Earth was flat, but that the sun was only a few thousand miles away from Earth, not 93 million.
I don't think you can say for certain which is better. I think there's a valid argument that they may become more likely to be involved.
Everybody knew the Earth was flat.
It is curved. I mean, it's a big curve.
Understand, we've been fed a lie our entire, I want to call it a lie. We've been fed.
It's a point of view thing, I think.
We've been fed Earth has been misrepresented to us by
science.
Pear-shaped.
And what you're seeing here is a mirage. They began flying it around the world from Abu Dhabi last year, with stops in India and China, then across the vast Pacific.
It's flat. That's worth reporting. I hosted talk shows.
I'm not going to give you a question. Can you stay categorical? You are fake news.
Political faction that insisted that we teach that the world is flat. And it's a conspiracy of scientists and others who published these pictures where the world was round. After a while, is every bit as compelling.
It's not working with the public.
And you could be viewed as balanced. In the clip that you showed of the president, you don't talk about the spherical Earth with NASA in it and then say, oh, now let's give equal time to the flat earthers. Plus, science is not there for you to cherry pick.
Just said
Let go. Staying on.
25 seconds and counting. We are still gold.
There you go.
20 seconds. Guidance alert.
So do I. Everybody knows that.
This tape was especially high quality, and it got lost. Stuff happens. It's 40 years ago. It does not in any way qualify as evidence that NASA faked it. By the way, I watched both of your YouTube videos. I must say, remarkably uncompelling. I got to tell you, hardly any evidence at all there for me that the stuff was faked.
Okay, quick rebuttal from
Earth. Yep.
They said so publicly.
It's flat publicly. It's flat.
Then they took everything about me and put it into a computer where they created this model of my mind. Yes, using that model.
Flat? Yes. I don't know.
What do you think?
I never thought about it, Whoopi. Is the world flat? I never thought about it.
You never thought about whether the world was
no, because
round?
is the world flat?
You know what I think? I think you accidentally told the truth.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Sweet as any harmony, but she blinded me with science.
She blinded me with science. Meeting of the Flat Earth Society. It
says it's flat.
You looked around at this flat, beautiful land?
I get to make balls out of it. So
Earth is flat.
Cold flat ground.
The Earth is flat.
Please look flat. The world is flat. The world is flat. The Earth flat. Okay. Earth is flat. Earth is flat. Earth is flat. I think Earth is flat. I think Earth is flat. I think Earth is flat.
And to perhaps get to know our planet for the very first time.
Flat Earth. Flat Earth.
Ain't no curvature.
Hopefully it won't cause too much pandemonium. Dome, you have any ideas about what's going to happen? No one, huh? The dome's dropping tomorrow. Isn't that exciting? Decided to seal off the park in a dome to...
Flat Earth breadcrumbs I've been dropping. Took you idiots long enough. That's right. I believe the Earth is flat.
Some people thinking about the Earth.
And asking the question, could the Earth be flat?
Earth is flat. Earth is flat. NASA's pictures and spacewalks showing a curved Earth are all made up.
I guess the Earth is flat.
In the acting profession, I have tried to always know my lines.
They must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They must have been they must have been founding. Time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
The world doesn't look so big. Isn't it a beautiful planet? And full of different people and places. It's a pretty ball. Sort of a big blue marble.
In the morning it was a bright day. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. Let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament.
Of the ice and the rise of sea level, all that extra water is just going to spill over the sides of the flat Earth.
About those who argued that the Earth was flat. And for a long period of time, people argued that the Earth was flat. What is fundamentally a flat Earth caucus? States Congress itself, who still argue about those who argued that the Earth was flat.
The sides of the flat Earth.
Of the Flat Earth Society. The Flat Earth Society.
In the clip that you showed of the president, now let's give equal time to the flat Earth.
Whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got. President?
Cybertron, Earth's so flat. Yeah, I know what you mean, Thundercracker.
In the Arctic and the Southern too. But I'm here to say I see them another way.
Shall we play a game?
E-flat, Salieri, E-flat! Earth. These guys need to turn those frowns upside down. And I got just the thing for that.
Get off my plane.
Ugh. I mean, it's disgusting. You know what they put in the water, don't you? Fluoride. Yeah, fluoride. On the pretext that it strengthens your teeth.
That's ridiculous. You know what this stuff does to you? It actually weakens your will. Takes away the capacity for free and creative thought and makes you a slave to the state.
Have you ever heard of a thing called fluoridation? Fluoridation of water?
Yes, I have heard of that, Jack, yes. Yes.
Well, do you know what it is?
No. No, I don't know what it is now.
Do you realize that fluoridation is the most monstrously conceived and dangerous communist plot we have ever had to face?
Yeah.
Water. That's what I'm getting at, water. Ever heard of a thing called fluoridation? Fluoridation of water?
Communist subversion and the international communist conspiracy to sap and impurify all of our precious bodily fluids.
Human, can you make it too? You said I guess it's okay. You know the only thing we need is water.
Because Crest has fluoride. The same fluoride dentists put right on teeth to prevent decay. With Crest, you put this fluoride on your teeth at home, too. Prevent cavities. Use Crest.
Scientists, dentists, and doctors are taking action to stop fluoridation until it is proven safe.
Fluoride was for the eradication of vermin. Since the 1800s, sodium fluoride has been a key ingredient in rat poison and insecticides. These products were commonly used in and around the home to kill lice, mice, rats, and insects.
Disposal of their hazardous waste product. That means that you and I and our children in the United States are the largest consumers of hydrofluosilicic acid. Call it what it is. Hydrofluosilicic acid, what is that? Hydro is water, fluo, fluoride, silicic, sand, and it's missing an electron. It's acidic. It'll kill you.
Fluoride proved to be not only a good way to kill rodents, but also an effective way to kill a man. As the use of fluoride became more popular, reports began flooding in of people dying from ingesting this toxic substance. Headlines screamed, "Roach poisoned in pancakes kills 11 men. Rancher takes dose of poison by mistake."
Ugh. I mean, it's disgusting. You know what they put in the water, don't you? Fluoride. Yeah, fluoride.
Want more that can't go unanswered.
I'm a flat earther.
Any idea how many electro rays are traveling through our head every second? I got a better one.
This is NBC.
The curved rails, making bank shots an ease. The JM Billiard Company has many custom options available to match any existing furniture.
If a group of vegan protesters show up and prove the earth is flat, understand about these flat earthers.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. They must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society.
If I say that the world is round and someone else says it's flat, that's worth reporting. But you might also want to report on a bunch of scientific evidence that seems to support the notion. Scientific evidence that seems to support the
Okay, so it's activities. And all I'm saying is, this is not a new thing. And there was a treaty put forth by the UN and signed by parties.
Including the United States.
Including the United States. And today, 107 countries have signed it. Other than the issues gravity had scientifically, like...
New book, Accessory to War, The Unspoken Alliance.
A group of social criminals, these people in the space program,
Nassholes, I call them.
So stinking about it.
Man on that moon, and men spinning around the earth, and there's not no attention paid to earthly.
The end.
Christopher Reeve, Judd Hirsch.
Well, then let's think of it like that. Gravity could be called a kind of magnet. It's a natural force that keeps us all from flying off into space.
We were always told that the world is flat.
You were told right. Don't listen to her. If our divine maker had meant for us to walk upside down, he would have put feet on our hands. Children, listen to me. Look around you. All around you. As far as the eye can see, the earth is flat. Now, you see it that way, because that is the way the Lord intended for it to be. Anything else is heresy.
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And
I think we'd all agree that photographs can be really powerful.
Okay to think that the Earth is flat.
Flat. I don't think it's spinning for.
And come out the other side where people walk upside down. Oh, but that's silly. Nobody. Oh! What if I should fall right through the center of the earth?
And come out the other side where people walk upside down. Oh, but that's silly. Nobody.
The debate is over. At some point, the debate has to be.
You're the one should have some humility. Say, wait a minute, there are a lot of people who disagree.
Should we still debate whether the Earth is flat?
Yeah.
Whether the Earth is flat? Flat?
It was originally in the Russian language. This is the translated thing. Date distributed, July 1949, number of pages 19. That was classified. They stated here that where it is not determinable at all of the points of space without the knowledge of the shape of the Earth, but since the shape of the Earth is not known. Now let me remind you that we are always told, oh, we've known the shape of the Earth since 300 BC. How did Russian scientists, and let me just say that Russian scientists are not stupid people. But it gets better. He says that to study the near-sun halo and also the sun on the surface perpendicular to these rays, the dissertation contains a certain formula of the brightness of the sky, taking into consideration only the brightness of the first order, derived on the assumption of a flat Earth and giving some conclusions. Because remember, they're trying to study how light is operating within the atmosphere with a near sun halo, and they tell you over flat Earth. This is a Russian document, 1957.
You can get in all different kinds of spots, and it all seems to work fine.
Seems to work fine. Seems to work fine.
I definitely haven't mastered it. I'll give you a trial and I'll show you just how bad it is. Practice makes perfect. Give me another week.
And straight from the college campus, Dale Gardner. That is just a quick scenes of life in orbit. Our first task, of course, was to deploy Telesat. It was a nighttime deploy, and so this is a TV picture, nighttime TV picture of the deploy. It looks more or less like in the day. You just can't see it too well. Went smoothly, and really not much else to say about that. We had another deploy.
Here is a smaller portion of the clip, and you can unquestionably see the wire attached to the supposed satellite that is being deployed in space.
Which is very interesting because the judge had to decide this case based on the information provided by the litigants. And so we have to ask ourselves the question, since Flat Earth won, did the person backing the spinning ball Earth theory provide enough information for the judge to convince her to take their side? And the answer is no. And the answer is no.
I mean, I would have thought on that basis alone, the case should have just been thrown out. It's like your requirement was real world, not computer simulation. So
William, the guy that had sued me, and he was upset, so irate. She said that he turned blood red when the ruling went down against him, and the bailiff and the judge could see that, and they actually held us back to allow him to go forward, and waited till he was seen in the parking lot before they, released us to go out. He was so upset.
And the answer is no, 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 no.
Now let me remind you, we are always told, oh, we've known the shape of the Earth since 300 BC.
But how could it be, Eratosthenes asked. The only answer was that the surface of the Earth is curved.
Well, there are two possible explanations.
The only answer.
Two possible explanations.
The only answer.
Two possible explanations. First, we could have a flat Earth with a sun that's small and close by, so that the light hits the second well at an angle.
The only answer was that the surface of the Earth is curved.
Both explanations to fit our observations.
And it is the Greek word platos, that this word has a root word. Right? So, what is the root word? The root word is platus. And what does platus mean? This is straight from the Strong's Greek Dictionary, by the way. Spread out flat. So what he's saying is they went up on the spread out flat Earth. These people out here, these pastors, these Christians, say, flat Earth's not in the Bible, really? Sometimes you got to look up a word because we lose a lot in English. And also the word gay or gi, or however you pronounce it, for the earth in Greek here means the whole thing. Not just a spot, but it means the whole earth. All right, and that's exactly how the Septuagint translates it as well. The whole thing.
Killing you, but I have a developing situation here, and I must speak frankly.
My comrades are at this very moment taking up a geostationary position over New Jersey. This
tells us to see exactly what they want us to see.
Electric brainwashing.
Diabolical. They got us so confused.
Buckaroo,
Toward Wing Commander.
Good God. I'm flattered.
Now, boys and girls, who knows what this is?
Good people.
Very good, Bart.
I'm Apollo 11 astronaut Buzz Aldrin, and I'll be your personal guide along the red carpet.
Astronauts to the moon.
I was excited that time I walked on the moon. I walked on the moon. I walked on the moon. Urinate in their spacesuits.
Talk about space. And I've been to the moon. What do you think about that? Would you like to go there? Circuit breakers. You don't want those pushed in because somebody might accidentally throw the switch at the wrong time and you wouldn't have any parachutes. That's why you have circuit breakers. Airplane driver.
This entire news
silly.
story regarding Buzz Aldrin.
That really helped. Sounds like a good plan to me. Nobody's pushed in the circuit breakers. Not a bad line.
Yeah. Let's just.
No, you didn't.
What?
Because
What?
The Earth is flat. There wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. You watched animation.
Shaq, what are you talking about?
You watched animation. You watched animation.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Science!
Did people go to the moon or not? There's plenty of things people don't know about the moon missions. 69, Neil Armstrong and I pulled off humanity's rank of punk. You're cleared for launch. Just remember one thing. I'm the real Buzz. Believe that space is going to do that?
How do you balance science with science fiction? They're both the same.
Pan tam był. Czy Ziemia rzeczywiście jest kulą zawieszoną w kosmosie?
Jest płaska. Tak jak oczekują i nie spodziewałem się co prawda tego pytania, ale zapewniam pana, że jest płaska.
She's 33. She's 33.
Now, boys and girls, who knows what this is?
I'm an elk. A mason.
Very good, Bart.
Curve Talk Radio.
Springfielders are advised to stay tuned for more information if they experience any of the following symptoms: mild thirst, occasional hunger, tiredness at night.
It's funded by a certain group of people. But the point of this... But good people.